All right, folks, welcome back to yet another episode of Fresh Juice, an indie game podcast. I am one of your hosts, Tommy Fresh, and joined as always, it is
Matty Juice. What's going on, everybody? Episode 143 in the summer of backlogs, but we're not talking about backlog. Oh, wait, are we talking about backlogs today? Is this a backlog game
no,
for you?
this is a new game.
This is new. So there we go. We're breaking the trend for the summer. But how you doing, Tommy? Welcome to the app. What's on the menu for the people today?
On the menu is a game called Fogpiercer. I think we mentioned it last week. It's part of the Steam Train Fest, and it just came out. It's a roguelike deck builder. New genre combination, I've heard. So we'll see how that goes. And I play it, and hey, I have some thoughts, so that'll be cool. Now, other than that, we got some notable releases. A juicy take from Matthew. And there was a game that we saw have a trailer that we were very excited about. So we'll be talking about that as well. So
Yeah,
it's going to be a good one. But
yeah.
How was your week?
It was good. It was a busy week. I took off from work half day on Tuesday and then off on Wednesday because me and Lady Juice went to the J. Cole concert, which was awesome in Philly. It was at the what is it? The used to be the Wells Fargo Center, whatever it is now, Xfinity Mobile Arena.
Oh yeah, they
or
changed
whatever.
the name. I forgot.
Yeah. But it was great. Like it's supposed to be kind of his last tour. And honestly, we had never been to a rap concert or hip hop concert, so we didn't really know what to expect. Didn't even know if there'd be an opener or anything. And they essentially just had a DJ and some of kind of some of the people J. Cole works with out there, hyping the crowd up and all that, and playing a bunch of music that we had no idea. Everyone's singing along. I'm like, I don't even know. It's 21 Savage and stuff like that. But anyway, he came out. It was awesome. He typically what I've seen with hip hop concerts is there's either a background vocal track or a hype man that kind of, because it's a lot of, you run out of breath, with some of it. That was not the case. He did the whole thing, and he came in up in the crowd is how he started the show. He was just sitting with some people in the crowd, so everyone's taking pictures and freaking out, and there's just a spotlight on him. And then he starts one of his songs, and he literally just walks down through the crowd to go up to the stage, which was cool. And then he just put on just such a great show of he kind of went through all these songs throughout his whole career, and there's some songs he was people probably don't know what this is, but I just want to do it for me. And then he even I like that he made a statement about there's people here that know every word of every song, and there's some people here that only like one song and only know me for one song. And he's like, I want everyone to have a great time. It just, you could really feel, I was hoping he would do this one song called Quick Stop, which he did as his last song. But you could really feel his, he was coming to tears with some of the stuff he was saying. Cause he was putting it all out there, which is really awesome. And he's just seems like such a humble dude, and he had a car on the stage. It's the car he started with. It's an old Honda Civic from the 90s that he literally drove around for this tour, and he bought, he's always kept it, all that sort of stuff, which was cool. And then we got some shirts, which were very expensive. It was $55 a shirt. But they were honestly, I don't think I've ever gotten a nicer quality tour shirt from anywhere that we've been, which is cool, so at least you're getting some quality there. But it was a good time. We stayed at the Navy Yard, in the Navy Yard,
nice.
which I've never been to in Philly. So that was cool. It started to rain a little bit and all that, but we had a great time. Hotel was really nice. And Lady Juice, like originally I wanted to bring our cousin Jake to it because I know he likes J. Cole and he wasn't able to make it. So like Lady Juice was like, sure, she'll go. She's heard like some of his songs, but she's not like into him or anything like that. But she said she had a great time. She was like, I can't believe, like he did all that. And like, yeah, it just I think it resonated a little bit with her, which is cool. So I had a great time. I'd love to see him again at some point if he ever does another show, which it doesn't sound like he's gonna. But yeah, so did that, and then just worked rest of the week. Went to our county fair, which was fun. We were only there for a little bit, just because of baby juice. She's got limited time before she's got to take naps and all that. But that was a good time. It was fun, and it was actually nice weather as well. Usually we get the rain with the fair, but it was good. It was solid, and then yeah, just carved out a little time. I was playing some old school RuneScape, which was nice. Hop
Whoa.
back into that. Doing this quest where you turn into a monkey. It's frustrating the hell out of me, but I'm loving it. And then what else? Playing some a game I'll talk about in the rec room as well. And yeah, then just kind of on Sunday I had a little a daddy daughter kind of date because Lady Juice was doing one of her food tours that she does every now and then. So hung out with Baby Juice, went to the mall, had a great time. Um, and yeah, we just had a good time. So yeah, it's been a busy week. Honestly, I'm kind of I'm like, oh my god, it's Monday again.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's the kind of week it's sort of been. But it looks like this weekend we don't really have a lot going on, so I'm hoping to chill a little bit this weekend, which will be nice. But um, yeah, that's everything. But what about you, Tommy? How's everything going on your side of the state?
The state of indie games.
Yeah.
No, it's I had a good weekend. It was busy as well. I did have some work get canceled on Friday evening, which was like clutch. I was like, oh, that's nice. I'll take a nice Friday off. And so just kind of hung out, been kind of building stuff in my basement over here. I had to like install some stuff, and like it's just been a pain. But like I have some friends coming over this upcoming weekend, our cousin Dan, and then some of our other friends. So I want to make sure that like the hang area is gonna be nice and hangable. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So been doing that, and I think I'm pretty close there. I should be able to finish it this week. And what else, man? Oh, we went to my friend's daughter's third birthday party. She just survived leukemia as well, so that was like super exciting. It was
Hell
very good
yeah.
vibes, and it was good to see some friends and stuff like that. I saw my cousin Dan there as well. They had a Mr. Softy truck there, which was awesome. Also, like I can't help but like I feel like I just relate to children more, right? Because like it's probably the same like skill level in the brain,
Yeah.
which is called intelligence. I've been told.
No, this is
Um,
perfect. This is exactly what you mean. Yeah. It's,
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I was hanging out with the kids, and like they just kind of create games, right, in their mind, which I think is just like the funniest thing about kids in general. It's like, oh, this is you know we have to get this into the can jam bucket from this distance. Okay,
yeah.
that's what we're doing. We're doing that. And then it was like it was a soccer ball. And it's like, oh, if you get it past me, it's a goal. And if you get it past me, it's a goal or whatever. And I'm okay, you're not getting it past me. It's got past me once. And then this kid just decided the game was peg me in the butt with balls.
Yeah.
So I was just sprinting around, running away from these kids, trying to throw tennis balls, soccer balls at my rear end.
Damn.
Um,
Yeah.
Honestly, I felt like Messi out there running around with the soccer ball. I'm like, you know what? I could see why people like playing soccer because running around kicking this thing is very fun. Just don't want to watch it.
Yeah.
So that was fun. Got really sweaty at one point. The kid's like, "You're getting sunburned." I'm like, "No, I just my face is red because I've been running around." And kids don't stop. They don't.
Yeah.
They're just like, no. I thought that he was giving up. This one kid was giving up at one point. He took some water and poured it on his head. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm tired too, buddy. He's like, he just like, and then he just started running at me again. I'm like, what the heck?
He was
So
refueling, all right? That's what gets him going.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, more power to him. It was fun. And then what else? I have a so we have like these deer that kind of walk into our yard a lot.
Yeah.
I am committed. I'm going to befriend these deer.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
I am going to pet these deer.
Is that the end goal? Just a pet?
That is just the pet.
Okay.
Just-
I didn't know if
I
it
want
was
them to
like
come
you were
in.
like, I got a saddle, you know?
Yeah.
There we go.
That would be sick. You give me a lot of good ideas. Um, so I told Lady Fresh, I'm like, this is the long-term goal. I'm gonna start training them. And then Saturday night, we got back from the party and like kind of sitting out there, have a nice little buzz on. I see these deer come up. I'm like, get a carrot. And she grabbed a carrot and I'm just like, and I'm just throwing carrots at them. They're eating them. They're
Yeah.
eating the carrots. And then I got about, I don't know, 10 feet, maybe 7 feet to them.
Yeah.
But they wouldn't come up and I wouldn't let me touch them. But that's something going on in my life right now.
Yeah.
So
You're getting closer.
things-
I see the Snapchats. You've been getting closer. It's
I'm
impressive.
trying.
You know?
Yeah,
Is it just
yeah.
one that you're getting close to the other, or is it like a little group?
There's like a mom, right? And I think maybe because like earlier on, the mom had like a little baby deer, and I think they grow fast, maybe because now there's a bigger one with her. So maybe a mom and child of sorts. But the child was definitely more interested in getting the carrots from me, but the mom did not say no. So there is that kind of dynamic going on.
Yeah.
There.
It's because of the intelligence level. The the
Yeah.
child. That's
Yeah,
what
they're
it
like,
is.
he seems just like us.
Cross-species.
And then what else? Then I went to Flesh and Blood on Sunday. That was cool. You know, had a good time there. And yeah, we went to the movies on Friday. That's what we did. We went to the movies, saw the Rec Room for Myself that I'll be talking about. And then we also watched another movie over the weekend, Obsession, which
Oh,
it just was just as notched below the Rec Room I'm going to give, which is why I'm not giving Obsession the Rec Room, although I recommend seeing it as well.
yeah.
It was creepy. So
Did you
Yeah.
see the Resident Evil trailer that came out?
I did.
Looks good. People were
Mhm.
upset. People were upset because they're like, it's not like the game. And then
Yeah, but he's looking for bullets. I
Yeah.
don't know. I've never played a Resident Evil game.
it honestly, like, I think this works better. Not to get all into this, but I heard Zach Kreger give an interview, and he's like, I just want this movie to feel like Resident Evil. Like,
Yeah.
not that it's a 1-to-1 copy of it, you know? And
Yeah,
I'm like,
play the
yeah,
game.
that's kind of how I feel like it probably should be, because typically video game movies that try to adapt to the game aren't that great.
Yeah.
You know, because it's, you know, there's some things you can do in a game that work that don't work in a movie. Anyway, but
I will say-
it looks cool.
That's the best thing about being off social media these past couple weeks is that I saw that trailer and I was like, sick. And then I didn't have to think about it again and then like
Yeah,
have to see any like think pieces about
Yeah.
it.
Good.
So
good.
yeah.
Now, how are you seeing it? Like, just like Blue
YouTube.
Sky? Oh, YouTube. Okay, all right.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Yeah, no, that's
Although
good.
I guess I could be going into the comments of YouTube, but you know, I only want to see funny comments on YouTube. And there's
Yeah.
plenty of funny comments on YouTube.
Yeah.
So,
Nice.
but anyway,
Nice.
let's get into the Discord, which is free to join. Everybody should go check out the Discord. It's a great time. And we're going to have a blast over there.
Yeah,
we
we
can do
will.
listener questions. We can get a little crazy, but you can also respond to us directly if you don't like our juicy takes. And a juicy take is a hot take that we give on this show. And Matt says he has one this week. What is it?
I do. Now, I don't know how juicy this is, but it was just something I was thinking about because I'm still on social media and on my Twitter
Mm-hmm.
feed. I get a lot of indie game um, developers. I get a lot of people that just promote indie games. There's a great guy, Indie Game Joe. He does some awesome stuff for indie developers, sharing their games. But what I kind of realized is that there is like a huge push for Steam wish lists, right? Before a game is out,
Mm,
people, which makes sense because I think the more that a game is wishlisted, the more that Steam can like start recommending it, I believe. But I feel like that's where it kind of ends, where like after the game is out, I rarely ever see like a review campaign of
mm-hmm.
developers that are like, "Hey, if you're enjoying this game, please go leave a review on Steam, or even if you're not, leave a review so we can go ahead and address it." So my juicy take is that I think indie developers are a lot more invested in the wish list campaign leading up to their game and not so much after their game is out. Hey, go leave a review, let us know your feedback. Instead, I feel like they look for feedback in other places like on Twitter and Reddit and all the different social networks, YouTube comments. And I think that it's kind of doing their own game like a disservice because if they're able to get reviews, positive or negative, on Steam, that at least indicates like review activity. And I would imagine that Steam kind of like can recommend your game even if it's negative reviews. It could recommend your game to other people that have played similar games or had similar thoughts. I'm not really sure how deep Steam goes with recommendations in terms of like, does it look at people's reviews and then tries to base it off of like things they liked and didn't like, things like that. I'm not too sure, but anyway, I just noticed this. This is why it's. I don't know if it's that juicy of a take, but like so many indie devs are focused on like wish list, wish list, wish list, which I understand. It can help sell your game after it comes out. But then I feel like there's a fall off there where I never see developers talking about, hey, go leave a review. It's more like, hey, we're listening. We're gonna update. Here's our roadmap. But I rarely ever see like someone say, go drop a review on Steam if you're enjoying the game. Or if they do, they only do it like once.
Mm-hmm.
So that is my juicy take, is that indie developers need to ask for reviews way more often than they do. They should treat it at the same frequency they treat wish list
Wish
campaigns.
list. Yeah.
So that is my juicy take.
Yeah. I mean, I could see this being underutilized. It's like kind of goes back to like, you know, the full 60 minutes of a like football game or a basketball game, right? Like play out the full game. Don't just have a good half and give up in the second half, right? Like there's a lot of follow up and follow through in everything you do. So I can see this being an issue. I don't know if I ever thought about it like that, but you know, I know on like mobile games, they ask you to review a lot, and
Yeah.
apps, right? They ask you to review, but that's probably just how the App Store works. And maybe that's kind of like the App Store is kind of weird that way, where it's like the kind of rating is like really shown, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
So
And
I guess maybe,
I think you bring up a
yeah.
good point. Like I feel like some of this is like on it's Steam's fault
Hmm.
because there could be, why aren't there more incentives to leave a review of like Steam points? That's something that is like not real, right? It's not a real
Yeah, it's
currency,
kind of
right?
free.
Like they could just be like, hey, leave a review and you get 1,000 Steam points, positive or negative, whatever it is. Like honestly, I think I am a uh not a victim. I'm a I'm at fault as well because I rarely leave Steam reviews. There's games
Yeah.
I love, right? That we talk about. I've never left a review, an official review on Steam for it. We just talk about it in the show. So I'm thinking, I'm trying to be better about that myself, where if I'm really enjoying a game, I will leave a review, because I know it does really help out. But I find myself wish listing a lot more because it's just easier, right? You just kind of click add to wish list, where I feel like Steam could maybe incentivize, and even to the point where like maybe it's like, hey, leave a review and you get like a, you know, I don't know, a $5 Steam credit, and like then there's a cap on that, so you can't just like, you can do that 5 times every year, something like that. I don't know, just some sort of way to incentivize more reviews, because I feel like it's um there's a lot of great information in the reviews. It's like shows how long people have played it for, whether they received the product for free. Obviously their pros and their cons. Some people leave really well thought out reviews, which is great, but I think it's more like a quantity over quality situation right now for Steam, where like if a game has a lot of positive reviews, it probably starts getting recommended more than if it has like a
Mm.
small amount of high quality reviews. I even think it's in their rating system too, right? Where it's like we see games that get launched that maybe they only have 10 reviews and they're all really positive, but it's not considered overwhelmingly positive, right? Because it needs to have an overwhelming number of reviews that are positive. So I kind of feel like, I don't know, Steam could probably do a better job in incentivizing people to leave reviews. I'm not really sure how like other platforms do it with like Xbox and PlayStation. Maybe they have a really good system. App stores are great because it's usually a star rating. It's all you really need to leave. And then if you want to leave a comment, you can do that too. Um, and I think like for Steam, like I just actually the demo I'm going to talk about in the rec room. I'm in my Steam profile right now and it just says, "Do you recommend this game? Yes or no?" But it also requires me to like write a review,
Hmm.
and then post that review. Maybe there needs to be some sort of system where it's like you can just, it starts out by saying, "Do you recommend this game? Yes or no?" And then if you want to like add a comment, you can. And maybe that'll get more people to do reviews, something like that. So anyway, it's just I just feel like it could do a better job of it, in general, and I can do a better job of leaving reviews for games. Um, but yeah, so anyway, that's my juicy take.
Yeah, I like it. I'm looking at my Steam page right now. I've only reviewed 11 things, right? Which, I guess, I mean, it's all positive reviews. I guess, like, the weird thing is for me personally, I don't want to post a negative review. I don't really like being that negative.
Right.
That's what this podcast is for. So I can say it under the guise of content. But yeah, I mean, I guess maybe we'll just like make a concerted effort to just review thing. I mean, like obviously on this podcast, but like leave reviews as well.
Yeah, it could be like I actually just went to post just a thumbs up for this demo and it says that you can't. You have to like leave an actual comment.
Hmm.
So, I think also a lot of people think that, well, I'm enjoying the game. I keep playing the game, and that's my review is, hey, I'm giving you more playtime,
Yeah.
right? But I don't think that's the way like the Steam algorithm kind of works when it recommends games. I would imagine it's looking at reviews first off. But anyway, yeah. So I don't know. I kind of want to do a little bit more digging into this to see like how exactly does it work with Steam and what do indie devs kind of think about it. But yeah, it's definitely interesting, kind of the behaviors that you see. And I'm also someone, I don't want to leave a negative review. Honestly, if it came to me, I'd probably leave a positive review with some critiques in it, right?
Hmm.
But I'd still recommend the game. Um, so anyway, but I don't want to harp on that too long, but it's just something I've been thinking about.
Yeah. Hey, listen, that was juicy, my friend, and I took it. I don't know. I did. It
Whoa.
was okay.
You
All right.
took the
Uh,
juice.
I did take the juice. Let's talk about some notable releases this week. First up
Woo.
is Forsaken Realms Varen's Call?
Varen's Call, yeah. Um,
Varen? Is that how you
so
pronounce that?
this is I believe it's Varen's Call from what I've seen, I think. But I've been following this game for a while. This is actually one I had on my wish list. It's currently got mixed reviews. It used to say mostly negative. I think it's just people that are having like performance issues. But this is a narrative driven fantasy action RPG. A lot, and it's kind of compared to Fable in ways I've
Mm,
seen people say. I've seen a lot of this gameplay over the course of the day. It came out just today on the July 27th. But I honestly I don't think I have time to play a game like this right now, but it seems pretty cool. I'm always kind of into uh, this sort of type of game. It's only single player, and it is. Let me see. I think it's just on Steam right now. I could be wrong. Yeah, it's just out now on Steam, but it is currently $31.49. It's 10% off, so it's not the cheapest game out there, but definitely not a AAA price. Um, but yeah, it just looked cool, so I wanted to call it out. Came out today, and it does seem like the reviews are probably trending upward based on I've been checking throughout the day. But yeah, so we'll see. We'll see if I get some time to play this at any point. Single player RPGs, for whatever reason, like no matter how cool they look, I tend to like wait for a really deep sale on them because
yeah.
I just know I don't have the time to play them right now. But if I only spent like $10 on it, then you know I can carve out a little time. But this one just looks really cool to me. I always love this aesthetic, and um, it seems like people are enjoying it from the streams that I've been in. So
Yeah, it looks neat. I wonder like how much more polished it will get, kind of like just
yeah,
looking at it and looking at the reviews here. But yeah, it looks cool. I mean, I'm always like ideally I want to immerse myself in these kinds of games, because I feel like they're the kind of game you really want to just spend like a lot of time with,
yeah.
because if not, what's the point? So I don't know if I'll ever have that kind of time for this one, but it looks neat though.
Yeah, and look at that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Actually, I changed my mind. I'm in.
Yeah. Well, if you're not watching the video, I'm not going to tell you what it is. You'll have to
Yeah.
watch the video version
Yeah.
to see what that is in the trailer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Next is a game we talked about a couple,
Yeah. It was
maybe
Next Fest, I think.
Next Fest, maybe,
Yeah.
or like like one of the reveals. Mistfall Hunter comes out this week, the week or the day that this episode comes out, the 29th. This is the extraction fantasy Souls like,
Yeah.
which looks really cool. Honestly, I'm still like uh, kind of interested in this one, even though I will probably be terrible at it and it might explode my computer.
Yeah. This also interests me. I know there was a play test and maybe even like a beta, and people love it from what I've seen. Yeah, essentially Dark Souls extraction kind of game. And it looks really cool. Yeah, it comes out the 29th, 1.0. And I'm in the same boat where I'm like, I'm going to be terrible at this, but I'm kind of tempted to like play it, especially it doesn't say if it's Steam Deck verified. It'd be cool if it was, because I've enjoyed playing like Elden Ring and other Souls games on the Steam Deck. But yeah, this one just looks awesome. I have a feeling it's going to have a pretty positive launch, unless there's like major server issues, something like that. But I think that's why they did the play tests. But yeah, I've talked to other creators that have played this, and everybody just loves it. So I'm hoping it has a good launch.
Yeah, yeah. I'll be keeping an eye on it, and I wonder what the price. Did they announce a price on it?
Here's an official launch FAQ. It'll be $24.99 for the standard edition.
Okay.
So not too bad. And then it does say it has a deluxe edition for $40, and then you can always upgrade to the deluxe edition, which is cool. I guess if you want to do that, but
Interesting.
and then yes, there'll be a 10% discount for about 2 weeks when it launches.
All right. All right.
So not bad.
Fair
Yeah.
enough. Next game that is coming out the 31st is the Relic First Guardian. I think there's a theme with a couple of these releases.
Yeah.
It's a big week for action RPGs in the
Yeah.
fantasy realm.
I saw the reason I put these three in here is because a creator I follow was like, these three indie games are coming out this week and they're all similar, like that was the whole theme of the video. But yeah, this one just looks cool. It's another single player fantasy RPG. This one says it's Korean inspired, so if you're kind of more into that, it seems a little bit more soulsy than like Varen's Call, or whatever, however you pronounce it. But yeah, this says The Witcher meets Dark Souls. Yeah, just another one that looked kind of cool. I haven't really heard anything about this one, so I have no idea people like it. But The Relic, First Guardian, there it is.
Yeah, it's also a lot of games with like two names.
Yeah,
right? The Relic or Forsaken Realms, Varen's Call, The Relic First Guardian. Now we have Prelude, Dark Pain.
Yeah.
Which came out today. It's already it's in early access. This is a tactical RPG, so kind of turn-based, grid-based kind of combat and stuff like that. I watched a video on it. It looked pretty cool. Honestly, the art style is really sick. It's got that like comic book, like Darkest Dungeon thing going on.
Yeah.
And, I'm always looking for a pretty solid tactical RPG. I played a lot of Fire Emblem back in my day, and this one might scratch the itch. The thing that I dislike about Fire Emblems going like into the future, like of their kind of modern kind of game design, is the reliance on the relationship building that you have to do with the characters.
Yeah.
And it just kind of, I mean, it's like, I get that why people love that, but like, to me, like, let's just battle, right? I don't need this character to have a certain relationship with the character next to that character for a buff. I just want to be the smartest person playing the game. I want to beat the AI in the game, and that's it. And so this one does look cool. And from what I've heard, it's got a good story, which I do think is important, but the actual combat doesn't rely on it as much. So
yeah, it looks cool. Love the art style as well. And it does seem very like narrative driven, even throughout like the gameplay. Like they're on top of that train there. Like that's awesome. I haven't seen something like that before. I wonder how long the early access is supposed to be for this one, because it just released today, right? So
yeah, I don't see any. Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, roadmap. So they're going to have multiple chapters coming out with like new stuff. So early access, and then they want to do maybe end of 2026, 2026, 2027. I don't understand how the roadmap actually works here.
Yeah, but it doesn't say. Yeah, it looked maybe like a 2028, maybe, and in 2027, perhaps. Kind of seems like, but cool. Yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah, it looks cool, and also I think it's kind of interesting. They say, why is the name of the game Prelude Dark Pain? So they said that prelude and overture and operas open the story and reveal the world's lore and settings. See, when I think of prelude, I'm like, this is like something before the actual game comes out.
Yeah,
maybe I think like prologue,
like a prequel,
prequel,
prologue, yeah.
So, interesting, but yeah, it looks cool.
Looks very cool. And then also I saw this one, How Many Dudes, comes out on the 30th, which is a strategy roguelike single player game. It's a dude builder.
Oh wow, it is
That's
a
the
dude
call.
and the developer is Butterscotch Shenanigans, and the publisher.
Oh,
Um,
oh, they did the
interesting.
Crashlands games, which I think I've
Okay.
seen. Uh, people love Crashlands, and they have a game that's overwhelmingly positive from 2020 called Levelhead.
Hmm. Interesting. Um, it's got a demo. It's a roguelite deck builder. Uh, and how many dudes?
How many dudes can you get?
How many? Interesting.
I mean, this looks like a game that could go viral, right?
Oh yeah, dude.
How many
Yeah.
dudes?
Yeah, this is cool. Um, Interesting. I see a lot more games these days like that are like roguelike deck builders that they're the theme is silly, almost for
Hmm.
the hopes that it like gets picked up more, right? It's like this could
Yeah.
be anything, right? It could be the assets could be really anything. Um, so
I mean, look at
I
that
think it's
font.
interesting.
That is
Yeah.
like the Scott Pilgrim font,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Which is cool. It's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. It looks pretty cool. Yeah. How many
Now,
dudes?
news wise, there's not a lot of news, but we did see a reveal trailer or a launch. No, it was a reveal trailer for Smokey Sales, which honestly, I sent it to you. I was like, I think Maddie would like this, and I like this. This looks
Yeah.
awesome. It's like Dredge meets kind of Sea of Thieves in a way.
Oh yeah.
Um, what's going on with this trailer, man? Or
I'm all
this
about it.
game?
Yeah, it's a let's see, fight naval battles, sell your loot, upgrade your ship, hunt for treasure among uncharted islands. For those not watching, it's like a third person, almost looks like a uh kind of like isometric view, Sea of Thieves, where you're, controlling your ship. It's very cartoony kind of looking. Then you're going to islands to sell things at the docks. You don't actually get out of your ship. I think you're just in the ship. But
Hmm.
yeah, it looks awesome. I mean, I love the art style. First off, it's being made by a solo developer too, which is really cool.
Yep.
And yeah, it looks good. I kind of wonder. Like, I've been following this pirate game on TikTok for a few years, and it's been changing, and I have no idea what the name of it is, but it could be this one
Oh,
this whole
I
time.
know exactly which one you're talking about. It's like, oh, I
Yeah.
added this to my game,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. It could be this one, but the only thing I would love to see in this is like it'd be really cool if there was like a co-op kind of
yeah,
feel or something. It is only single player, but I know it's a solo dev. That's a lot to ask for them, but Smoky Sales definitely, yeah, it looks pretty cool. Um, and I'm excited for it to come out, but there's no release date yet. It's was just revealed a week ago.
yeah, and I mean, it looks awesome. I mean, I kind of like even the about part of this page. I'm Jonas, and I made Smoky Sales because building a pirate game seems slightly more reasonable than buying an actual ship. That's very funny. And then also at the end here, warning may cause an irrational desire to own a parrot. Hilarious as well. It's going to be a short game, which honestly, if it's a fun little bite-sized game, I think I'm all for it. And if it like does really well, it's like everybody's going to be like, well, let's just take that engine and build it into something bigger, you
Right.
know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, this one looked really neat. Honestly, it just was kind of like I like the I'm only in the ship aspect of it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And it even says like the developers recommend playing this game with a controller. So I'm
Hmm.
gonna be sitting back playing this on the TV, just chilling,
Yeah.
doing pirate stuff. Yeah. So definitely looks really cool.
Nice, nice. Also in the news, I kind of put this Guild Run demo link here. I've been seeing a lot of people that I normally watch play other kind of indie games be playing this what do you call this? An auto battler? I guess this is an auto battler. It really has this kind of arcane. Oh, there's Northern Ireland.
It's live right
I
now. I'm
didn't.
playing it.
Yeah, that's funny. I didn't even. I didn't even know he played it. Other people were playing it, um, but yeah, Guild Run. It seems really polished and people are really liking it. There's is it Retromation or
Yeah,
Redomation? Has put out like 10 videos of different runs they've been on. So
cool.
like uh obviously, I mean the demo has over 1,000 very positive reviews. So yeah, it looks a little bit like the team fight tactics, more I guess arcane. No, I guess it's the League of Legends show,
Yeah,
but has that kind of feel to it. But yeah, just wanted to throw it out there because it's for a demo. It's very popular, right?
yeah.
So I am interested to see what the full game's actually gonna be like.
Yeah, it's interesting. I definitely see like for me, like I'm like, this looks like Valorant,
Oh yeah,
like
that's mhm.
text. I know that's Riot as well, but yeah, it definitely seems like very League coded in terms of like the art style, and it's not even like related to them. But yeah, it seems really polished. And you said you haven't played the demo yet?
No, I just watched a couple videos and I was like, it's kind of cool. I mean, I'm not super into the auto battlers that are like this,
Yeah,
if I'm being honest. But if it's as good as people are saying, like I probably will check this out at some point. So
yeah, yeah. It looks dope. Looks dope.
yeah, keep an eye out on this one. People are getting addicted. So um, let's talk about a game that I played this week.
Yeah.
Fogpiercer. Choo-choo. What is Fogpiercer? Well, it's a lot like Snowpiercer, except there's just more fog. It's essentially the same story set up here, right? It's kind of like this kind of post-apocalyptic world where you're on this kind of train track, except obviously the difference here is you can upgrade the train and get new things, and there's places to go where you can, you know, encounter other characters that don't live on the train. But there's a lot of similarities there. But this is a deck builder roguelike where basically it's not unlike, I'm trying to remember the name of the other game that's very similar to this, where you are driving a car and it's almost more like Mad Max. I
Yeah, I think we
prob
talked
we,
about that one at some point.
we
Uh,
talked about it or we saw it at like PAX or something like that. Anyway, there's like a post-apocalyptic Mad Max like game like this where it's kind of grid based, where the only thing is your train will always stay in one grid, like grid column or whatever row.
yeah.
And each encounter, you're going to encounter these bandits that are showing up to kind of like try to attack your train and to get your stuff and kill you. They're bad guys, so you have to defeat them in these encounters. And the way the deck building works is and the actual like combat here is each train car has, outside the locomotive has like a couple cards, but each other train car will give you a couple cards into your deck and will
Mm,
also give you additional uh power points to use, or action points to use within your turn, at the cost of having a bigger train that can be attacked, right? That's just more space for you to get attacked. So you start off, when you get into like your first run, you're going to have your locomotive, which is taking you, it's just pulling the train. Then you're going to have like an aggro train car, which has different kinds of, you know, aggressive bullets and stuff like that you can do. And then you have like your shield one that will give you shield cards in your deck. So um all that being said, there's some really cool stuff that you're going to be doing within the combat, like with movement, because one of the actions you can take is to move the train up or back or whatever. And then also because you're moving, right? You're moving at the whole time.
Mhm.
If you would kill a bandit that's driving up ahead, it's going to skid back and hit a car that's behind it, right? So you can plan out your turn to try
Mm.
and
Okay.
like
So, like, this
kill.
guy in the front
Yeah.
here could come
Hmm.
back and hit these 2 back here.
Yeah, it might even happen right now. Let's see if it
Yeah.
happens in the video. Boom, boom. No, maybe not. They didn't plan it correctly, but that's all right. But yeah, that's generally the vibe. So a bunch of these different cards will have different effects that maybe destabilize a car, and then they
Yeah.
slide back one space or whatever. And then you also have ones that like you don't have to hit. Oh, there,
Oh, there
boom,
you
just
go.
happened.
Yeah.
So you're using, you know, your cards to kill these enemies, but also you can use the enemies to kill the enemies. And then another thing is at the front of your map, you'll see a number. And if you hover over the number, you will be able to see what's coming. So there could be a ice pillar coming or like a rock. So you can try to push a enemy into that lane for whenever that like ice pillar is going to come, and it could like
Mhm.
stun them or deal damage. So there's a lot going on here. I think it's a very well made deck builder, you know, from a gameplay perspective, because the mechanics are very upfront. I would say like you're going to understand if you played another deck builder, you know, you played Slay the Spire, you're like, okay, shield's shield, and then attack is attack, whatever. I'll
Yeah.
figure that part out. But then it also does a really good job of explaining to you how like to use your cards to like manipulate the battlefield here. The grid system is a little bit more complicated than most deck builders you'll probably come across, but it definitely gives you the tools to kind of figure it out, which is cool. So that would be the kind of gameplay. You have any questions about it?
Yeah, I got a few. So, that number that's at the top there, like we just saw, it said 3. This person died in the gameplay, but that's the number of turns until whatever's coming? Like, do you know what's coming? Whether it's like an
Yeah,
ice
you can hover
pillar?
over it.
Oh, okay,
It'll
okay,
show you what it
okay. But
is.
that's like that indicates the number of turns you have until that happens,
Yeah.
till you
Hmm.
arrive there. And then is there because you're on a moving train, like is there a time limit for your turns before like something happens? Or
No,
okay.
no. There some encounters will have a time limit before the bandits escape, which
Okay.
is kind of interesting. So you don't get like the full amount of like I think they call it scrap, but like it's the currency of the game. So you won't get the full amount of scrap you could have gotten. There's also like your relics in this game are called modules, and the encounters where you can get modules will have like a enemy unit that doesn't attack you, but if you don't kill it before the enemies escape, you're not going to get the module.
Mm,
Or if you don't kill it before you kill the other enemies, you
yeah.
won't get the module. So you have to like take turns to like try and kill that first, and or before you finish the, you know, kind of battle. So
Okay. And
yeah.
is there I guess I'm seeing here like there are larger grids
Yeah.
for like the based on the different levels. So would you say that um that does that like severely complicate things when the grid gets larger, or like you feel like it's a natural progression of like, all right, I understand the smaller grid and makes sense to bump it up now and you don't feel like overwhelmed basically.
No, yeah. I mean, sometimes you're just going to get smaller grids, but sometimes when there's a smaller grid, you'll be up against a cliff, and that gives you an additional like environment piece to work with. You can try
Okay.
pushing a enemy into the cliff or off the cliff, yada yada yada. So, um,
And what's
yeah,
the like the boss, right? Like at the end, is that does the train stop? Like what is it? You know, are you
it's
trying
it's
to
just
reach somewhere or like it's just
it's
more
just
bandits?
another kind of bigger battle where you have some more intense enemies, and then like a single, like kind of like a unit from the enemy that like you can't do certain things to. You can't make them move, right?
Okay.
Like it's just a bigger car, and
Okay.
it can shoot you from like further away or whatever. It has like range stuff. So
Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
I will
Oh, yeah.
say my
Interesting.
biggest complaint with the gameplay is I felt like the stakes, like I wasn't like blown away by the boss battles,
Okay.
right? It just felt like another elite battle, which you can run into anyway, or they call them veteran battles here. So it just felt like another one of those, which are
Yeah.
still difficult, but like it wasn't
Slay the
like
Spire where it's like,
whoa, this is so
holy.
cool,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
look at this enemy, it's insane. I just didn't get that a whole lot. Also something cool-ish is like in the top left corner, you can see um what do you like a bar. It's like an
Mhm.
energy bar, and as you play cards, it fills up. And once it gets filled up, you get like a random like special card that you can use for free. So it's like your kind of ultimate or whatever. So
Okay. And so that I was under the impression that was the health bar. So like what is how do you determine like your is it what's to the right of that, which each car has like its own little health?
yep, each car has
Okay.
its own health, and then if your car gets blown up, um, you get like a malfunction card, which is like will mess with you, or like you know you kind of like lose that part of the deck if one of the cars blows up.
Oh,
So
okay.
like there was a moment when I was playing where I lost everything except the locomotive, and basically I just had to manipulate moving the locomotive until the enemies escaped for me to go to the next level.
Oh, so you can
So
move it in either of those slots? Or like how what do you mean by
you can move
move?
it up or back. So if you look at it right
Yeah.
now, there's a little lightning bolt
Oh,
one on
gotcha.
either side
Okay.
of the tracks. You can move up within the grid
And that's
or
like your
behind.
mana that you're using, you're
Yeah.
spending. Okay, got it. Got it. Interesting.
So
And
yeah,
when your front car gets destroyed, is it also damaging the back cars at all, just like with the bandits, or no?
if your front car gets destroyed, you lose
Oh, okay. All right.
because
Got it. That's
it's pulling
got it.
everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah. Thank you for entertaining my questions.
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean the gameplay's cool. Some complaints, there's like like not a lot of like build up, I would say, to like boss fights. And other than that, though, I think everything's really polished and really good, right? Like with
Yeah.
this game. And moving on to like the story, there is a lot of story elements here. I only played as the first character you have um, available to you, but she's kind of got like a personality, and there's some dialogue, some cheesy stuff. Like when you beat a boss with her, she's like, "Taste ice" or something like that. Like it was like, oh, that's whatever. Like because
Yeah.
I'm not looking for a lot of that in these kind of games, but they do build a pretty neat world that they stole from Snowpiercer. Um, but I no complaints here because I love that movie. So I think that otherwise, story wise, I wasn't like into it per se. Like it kind of ties in with the boss issue I had. Like it didn't really feel like the stakes were that high. It's like, oh, it's
Yeah.
just like a more intense bandit kind of thing going on. And or if there was something more going on, I didn't feel like there was, like, story wise. And there was like a lot of ambiguity with like the enemies, I guess. Right? It's
Okay.
just like you just gotta escape these guys. Okay. Sounds good. But I'm not looking for a lot of story in a game like this. We talk about this all the time with these deck builders. Like, just give me a world, and they do, and I explore it via the game mechanics. So
Yeah. Cool.
yeah. And what's next? The art and the aesthetics. This game is super polished. As I said, it looks great. the cards are super clean and not a lot of words on them, and you can understand what everything is. Like, there's the only issue I had UI wise was until like initially until you fill up the your special bar, you don't like you don't really know what it is unless you like
Okay.
hover over it and click on it. But like once you do it for the first time, there's like a tutorial guy that shows up. It's like you have your special, click on it to do the thing or whatever. Actually, you don't click on it, you pull down like a chain, like it's
Oh,
um
in the
a
train.
train.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Also, just a little side note, right next to the special bar, there's a little horn. You can click that at any time to blow the horn. And that was a
Oh,
nice touch,
just for
which I guess
fun.
kind of, yeah, it kind of goes into the sound
Yeah.
more.
And
But yeah, go
oh,
ahead.
sorry. I was just gonna ask, like, is there at any point? I was gonna bring this up during the art section here, but like, there's this constant motion. Did that bother you at all? Because I feel like typically in games like this, there's not this much motion. Like, did you? I don't know. Were there any settings to play around with that? Because I'm sure it would bother some
There
people.
are settings. I know that there are. I didn't need them, uh, to be honest. And I'm somebody who gets kind of motion sick. This did
Yeah.
not bother me at all,
Cool.
actually. So, but they do have settings for people. I think it's either speeds it up or slows it down,
Okay.
for people if they need it,
Speeds it
which is
up.
nice. Um,
Yeah.
but
Cool. Oh, there's
yeah,
that chain. There it is.
yeah, there's a chain. I don't know if they're gonna pull it in the game, but um, what's next? Sound and music. The music's all right. It's just kind of like your typical, like what I like to call COD lobby music, which is fine, I think. Just like, kind of your sci-fi action thing going on, which is cool.
Yeah.
And, it wasn't like anything to write home about. But I will say the actual sound effects and sound design was awesome, right? All the little clicks, it's like and stuff like that. And then when you get cars to run into each other, it sounds so good. It's
Nice.
awesome. And I think that's kind of like the really sick thing. Also, it sounds cool to blow the horn, to be honest.
I was
It
gonna
does
ask,
sound
is the
really cool.
horn's good? Like,
The horn's great.
yeah,
Horn, yeah, exactly.
there it is. Cool.
But yeah. So yeah, I don't
Um,
know. Yeah, otherwise, yeah.
how do you like? I'm just kind of wondering. Uh, is there like voice acting? Like, I saw some characters pop up before when they were at like the station. Like, is there anything around there like sound wise that help like build the world a little bit more? Or like you don't really know who these
I
people are. They're just kind of like merchant
I think you
people.
can learn more about them on like the kind of landing page when you kind of choose to go out on a run. But I don't think there was any voice acting.
Okay. Cool.
So um, yeah, didn't need it. Honestly, I don't really need it personally
Yeah. Yeah.
um, with this kind of thing. But it was yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Performance wise, I played docked on the Steam Deck. I just plugged in the mouse
Nice.
and did it like that from the couch. But I also tried with the controller. Worked fine like that. It's just easier to use the mouse, I think. Um, yeah. But overall, I think this game's a steal. I think that
Okay.
it's doing some stuff new that, like, a lot of people that like are really into deck builders will actually find a enough to like go off of here, like to like have a really enjoyable experience. I know that a lot of people are kind of burnt out on deck builders. So like I would say this is a good one, right? Like this is one worth checking out, but it's not like you have to, right? But if you're
Yeah.
into deck builders, this is the definition of a steal. A really
Yeah.
solid game that, you know, has great mechanics and makes you think and will just kind of be a good time, good little, exercise for the brain. And then you also get like the cool like world, right? Like
Yeah.
it's not the best world I've played, but it is still really neat, and you know, you can definitely dive into it. So a solid steal.
Cool. Yeah. I was reading some reviews. People were comparing it to Into the Breach. I haven't played that one, but they were saying,
Um, I love Into the Breach. I mean, I guess because it's grid based, and there's some
yeah,
movement stuff in Into the Breach. I'm trying to think of what the name of the. It was like Road Rash or something like that. What's the other one?
Road Rash. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I do see a big positive review for them is there's a honk button. So yeah, people are
Oh yeah.
enjoying that.
Hmm.
I was trying to look up what that other game could be, but I couldn't figure out the name. Trying to look through the reviews, but yeah, a few people say Into the Breach, but just with trains, and cards. Uh, oh yeah, so someone actually
Death
brought up
Roads
Death Roads. Okay,
Tournament.
someone brought up Mad Max.
No, wait, not Death
No,
Roads. No, it might be Death Roads Tournament.
okay, all right. It
Yeah,
doesn't ring a bell, but it could definitely be that. I'm trying to
yeah,
see.
it's
Yeah,
definitely like Death Roads in a way, but I don't know if it's the same vibe. But
yeah,
anyway,
okay. Yeah. But it looks cool. Like honestly, the like when you're talking about the art and the UI and the cards, like that's what attracts me to the game.
hmm.
As well as like the gameplay, but like it can be like for someone I'm not super into like all the deck builder and stuff, but when I play a deck builder and it's like even Slay the Spire can be like this a little bit, but I just like playing it, but it's like there's so many keywords and like it can get complicated. What does that mean? What are these? It feels like this is a little bit more streamlined and almost like a more user friendly type of deck builder, which is cool. Yeah. So, uh, and you got this? Did you get it on sale? Or did you get it full price? I don't know.
Yeah, I should have gotten it on sale. What is it on? Oh yeah, 25% off right now until the
Nice.
31st. Normally $20, but it was $15. So
Cool.
yeah, and
Yeah.
it's published by Hooded Horse, who puts out some kind of powerful stuff in this world. Manor Lords,
Yep.
obviously, he is coming. Nine Kings, he is coming. He's
I've
what?
heard actually one of our buddies was just talking about this game Against the Storm from
Against the
2023.
Storm.
Yeah, it's a fantasy city builder. It's overwhelmingly positive, published by Hooded Horse as well. But he brought it up because that they're working on a survival game in that
Oh,
universe as well. But he did say that Against the Storm is really good for those who like those kind of games. It was Pat, our buddy Pat, was mentioning
no,
it.
yeah,
So
nice.
yeah, so you guys might know the publisher from that game because it does seem like that's pretty popular.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Anyway,
cool. Awesome.
folks.
Well, thanks for the
Yeah,
review, Tommy. It seems like a
yeah, of
cool game.
course.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it was. It was a cool game. Now let's get to some listener questions. These come from the Fresh Juice Discord. Everybody's favorite. Bags. Bags has a question. What is your favorite boardwalk slash fair food?
So I feel like I have a different answer for both. Like Boardwalk, I love getting the Boardwalk fries, just walking around, eating some nice fresh cut fries. But at the fair, it is a guarantee I will always get fried Oreos. Usually on the way out, like
Mm-hmm.
actually, well today this time I got them, and usually they give them to you in a bag. So I'm like, all right, I'll bring them home, But this time they gave it to me like on a plate, and we were walking out, and I asked for a bag, and they're like, oh, we don't have any. So I just ate them before we
Slammed
got to
them.
the car, and
Yeah.
I didn't eat all of them. I had, some other people had some, but yeah. So I'd probably say those two. I used to love the kettle corn. I'm a big kettle corn guy. but it's gotten so expensive at the fair. Like they've reduced
Really?
the size of. You used to be able to get like a big bag. Now it's like just the little bags. I think.
Oh, you talked
I
about
couldn't.
this, I think, last year.
Yeah, I couldn't even find. Usually the kettle corn person's like at the like entrance exit. I didn't look that hard, but I couldn't even find them when we were leaving. So I was like, all right, I guess I'm not even looking at the kettle corn. But I just remember it being expensive. But yeah, fried Oreos. And then I made a decision that when I eat at the county fair, I'm gonna get food from a food truck and not from like a food stand kind of thing.
Mm.
Cause I just feel like it's like, all right, well, the food truck is in business, you know, like so they must be doing something right. But I feel like some of the food stands, it's like they just taught the kid this morning how to like
Yeah.
make the food. And anyway, it's just more reliable maybe. So I got stuff from there that was good. And yeah, so anyway, but fried Oreos are, I mean, I only have them once a year, and I love Oreos, and they're deep fried, they're delicious. And that's what I have. Tommy?
It's I want to pick something different, but I love fried Oreos. I love them. They are
Yeah.
so good. I'm trying to think. I mean, I don't even want to say funnel cake because like I would take them if I'm doing the funnel cake.
Yeah.
I might as well get the fried Oreo.
Butterfly fries are
I
good too, but I don't
Yeah,
really like if it's usually when like someone else gets them and they're like, here, have
sure.
some. I'm like, all right. But I've never really ordered them myself.
Like a sausage and peppers sandwich is very good. You
Yeah.
know, also boardwalk. If we're going to the boardwalk, somebody was told me. The huge. I mean, I don't. Not every boardwalk has this, but like Jersey boardwalks tend to have like the huge slices of pizza. It's kind of
Oh
fun,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Especially the buffalo chicken where they've swirled blue cheese. Like it's
Yeah.
like it looks like Poliwhirl's belly. Um,
It does. Yeah.
and yeah, no, but fried Oreos are the best.
Yeah.
It might be the best way to have an Oreo.
Yeah, I agree. I also do think a chocolate covered Oreo is delicious, surprisingly, because it already has
Hmm.
chocolate on it, but they are good.
Interesting.
But I like putting them in the
It.
fridge, get them nice and, I don't know. But a fried Oreo is, I would choose it over a chocolate covered one
What
any
about
day.
chocolate covered fried Oreo? No, wait, a fried chocolate covered Oreo. That'd
Chocolate
be a lot
covered.
of
Yeah.
melt, and chocolate covered again, and then frozen.
Is it even an Oreo at that point? Yeah.
No, it never was. Uh, the next question comes from Art Carp, who asks, "When you were a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up?"
um, Probably a baseball player, I would say. Probably. I didn't really have like big aspirations to be a specific thing, I guess. When I started making like I started streaming, I remember on my iMac, I was playing like Minecraft uh ages ago. I was like, oh, it'd be cool to like be like a YouTuber or something because I was doing like stupid little videos as well, but I don't know. I never really knew, you know? Like really knew. So, uh I don't know. I always felt like people were like, you should know. I was like, I don't know. Even when like college and stuff, I was like, I guess I'll do this.
Yeah, yeah.
So, you know, um, but yeah, I mean, probably, I guess like a baseball player. I just love playing baseball. Still love baseball. So, like just the pure sport of it. I don't watch as much of it, but, I just love baseball. So, yeah, I guess I'll go with that. But what about you, Tommy? You wanted to be a podcaster on the Fresh Juice podcast.
You're right. Living my dream every day, or one day a week, I guess. I remember watching Indiana Jones as a kid and being like, what is his job? And
Yeah.
my mom was like, archaeologist. That's what I want to do. I loved like mummies and digging up stuff
Yeah.
and like I guess kind of being a hot professor that girls wanted in the movie.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
at a young age, I was like, this seems like what I want to do. And then
Yeah.
as I grew up, people were like, well, it's not all it's cracked up to be. I'm like, no, 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 no. This is what I'll be doing. No, yeah, it's not all it's cracked up to be, and you're not going to get paid anything. Well, So I chose something else that's not all that it's cracked up to be, and I don't get paid anything. So,
Yeah.
that's, I guess, what it is. It's probably too late for me to be an archaeologist.
I
That's like a
don't
lot of
know.
school.
I mean, are you Harrison Ford's age yet? What he was? I don't know how old he was in that movie, but I
I'll
imagine
tell
you're not
you.
there yet. You still got time.
Let's see. How old was Harrison Ford
I'm gonna
in the
say like
first Indiana Jones?
38. No,
Did you look it
40s?
up?
No, is it
38.
38? Is it? I was just
Yeah.
guessing. Okay.
Holy moly. 38.
I
Yeah.
did
Oh, I
not.
got 4
Yeah.
years. I can go back to school now.
You could. Yeah. And then you
I
gotta
got
be,
I got
be
to
a
talk to my
professor
wife.
too. Yeah. And I'll be who should I be?
You can be John Reese Davies' character.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, that works.
Um yeah, you're just like the random Scottish guy I know that lives in Egypt, I think. Maybe Morocco.
Okay.
Um
I'll talk to Lady Juice who'll get the bags
yeah,
back.
but hey,
Yeah.
John Reese Davies, two of my favorite film series of all time.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings, Indiana Jones.
There you go.
There we go.
He's set for life. Yeah.
Set for life. Anyway,
I learned that sorry, oh my god. I was just reading it. What's the guy who plays Sam? What's his name in Lord of the Rings? What's
Sean
his
Astin.
Yeah, he doesn't get royalties from Lord of the Rings. Isn't that crazy? That's what he said.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah, he
crazy.
said he got paid $250K for all 3 movies and then no royalties.
Wow, that's crazy.
Insane. Yeah.
Seems
Anyway,
like a raw deal. Does he get Goonies money?
I would hope so. I'd hope he get
Yeah.
Goonies money. Yeah. Plus, he's got that Stranger Things money probably coming in too. So
Yeah, probably
I
a
would
little bit of
imagine.
that.
Yeah, a little bit.
51st Dates.
Yeah.
Was he in that one? I mean,
I think he
he's the
was. Yeah,
president
he's the
of the
brother.
Screen Actors Guild.
Yeah.
Is he
Yeah.
not? Yeah.
Yeah. Which
So,
he renamed, I think, to something else. It's not.
the
It's new
the
name for SAG. It is called the Actor Awards. Oh, he
oh
renamed the awards. The SAG Awards are
oh
now the
okay.
Actor Awards. There you go.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Anyway, yeah, it's a
Interesting.
shame. Yeah.
You learn something new every day.
Yep.
Folks, we gotta go to the rec room. Recommend something that perhaps is not an indie game, but could still be. What do you have to recommend this week?
I am recommending, and I guess this is still considered an indie game. It's called Clicky Islands. It's a demo. It's actually published by Pocket Pair, who published Pal World. And I don't remember how I found out about this demo, but it is an incremental clicker game with city builder elements. Think the Norp Apolog, but with more of a city builder kind of focus. And I've been really enjoying playing this one. It's I put it like 3 or 4 hours into it so far. Essentially, the idea is that you're on a ship and you land on an island, and now you need to kind of harvest things from that island. But the islands are pretty small in the beginning, and so the idea is that you're trying to um, keep upgrading your civilization on the island, but you need to keep moving islands because there's just not enough space. So you have to build roads, you have to, build different facilities. And then it even has a feature because it's Pocket Pair. There's like these kind of different perks you can get that change what happens on the islands. So you can get one that's like X marks the spot, where there's going to be X's that are revealed to you on the island as you explore more. And then you can dig them up for treasure. But there's one where like pals walk around from Pal World, and then you can capture them, and then they can be some of your workers. that you have. You can even I found like a PAL sphere. There's like little PAL World kind of stuff in it, which I didn't even realize it was published by them at first. I thought it was just a fun Easter egg. But yeah, it's a fun game, and honestly, what I've been doing, I know it's a clicker game, but there's a setting to auto click when you hover over something. So I'll just leave it and go do something else and come back to a bunch of resources. But yeah, I've been really enjoying this one. You level up your settlement. You make it a village, and then you kind of keep building it from there. And you're collecting like gold, and essentially the gameplay loop is all these resources that you're getting end up being stuff that you can sell. And the way that you sell is that the ship is docked on the island, and you fill up the cargo of the ship. You click to go send it, and the ship sails away, and then it comes back. And when it comes back, you get the gold from whatever you sold, and then you can use that gold to upgrade, to buy upgrades, things like that. And that's kind of the gameplay loop there. But yeah, it's been fun exploring the islands. I will say it's in the beginning, you're like, these islands are really small, and I hope it really starts expanding. But as the more you play, the more you can unlock bigger islands and keep going from there. So I'm probably going to be done with the demo because I'm waiting for the full game to come out, which I don't think there's actually, it just says 2026 right now. But yeah, it's a fun little clicker game, and it's very similar to Norp Apolog, so that's probably why I'm enjoying it. And I also like the art style as well. It's very, it's like He Is Coming kind of vibes, pixelated, kind of like almost like a Game Boy kind of vibe.
Mm.
And yeah, it's cool. So Clicky Islands, terrible name though. I'm not. I think they could have came up with a better name, but
It's kind of riding off the crossy roads,
yeah,
that whole, thing. But yeah, it looks
yeah,
neat. Looks neat. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Get down with it.
Get
Well,
down with it.
get down with that.
What about
I'm
you?
recommending a film. A film. The Odyssey. I went to go see the Odyssey over the weekend,
I haven't heard of that
and
one. What's that?
yeah, it's about this guy trying to get home. This is Christopher Nolan's newest movie, starring a lot of people. Honestly, it was just like, have you worked with Christopher Nolan before? Yeah, you're in this movie. Um, so it's just nice to go see an epic film where it's all shot on location, doesn't look like shit, like the green screen, like digital, just like totally muddling at everything that you're seeing. And it's just an epic story, right? Like, obviously, the Odyssey, Greek mythology, it's just really cool. It's very fantasy forward. And the weirdest thing to me was, like, everybody speaks in an American accent in the movie, right? And part of you is like, why are they speaking in an English accent? And then you're like,
Yeah,
why would they be? They're Greek. You're
yeah,
just like, what, like, who cares?
yeah,
So I think, like, it was a deliberate choice to have everybody speak an American accent so that
yeah.
it's uniform one way or the other. Um,
You see it in
so
IMAX or
Dolby.
okay? Is that what?
Um,
Is that just digital? I guess
it's just like
or
another big
extra.
screen, I guess. I don't
Okay.
know. So I mean, it was cool. Like, we wanted to see an IMAX, but they only had seats up in the front. So, and
Yeah.
this was like the night that my work got canceled. So we kind of bought it last minute, but it was awesome. Honestly, I mean, I'm a big Christopher Nolan fan. I'm yet to see a movie I don't like from him, and just I will say there's a lot of really cool stuff here in this movie, but the Trojan horse scene or sequence, I would say, is the like coolest part of the film, where I was like, oh my god, this is like
Yeah.
anxiety inducing. It's action packed. You're just like, oh my god, this is crazy. Like, we all know the story about the Trojan horse, right?
Yeah.
But, like, to see it kind of really visualized that way, and like how crazy it was, is like really cool. So
Yeah. Cool.
yeah.
And I know it's a long movie, like
Yeah.
good with the length of it?
Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
yeah, no problems. I mean, how long was it really? Like it was a 7 o'clock showing, didn't start until 7:30, and we were out in like, I guess it was just under 3 hours, right?
Yeah.
Which is long, right? For sure. But there was a lot in there and I wasn't bored.
Yeah,
So
no, that's good. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Nice. Yeah, I'm excited to see it. I don't know when I will see it, but definitely on the list to see. And I also think it's cool that like I keep seeing this like Jeff Keighley or Keeley, however you
Mhm.
pronounce it, like his dad is the one I think that created the IMAX cameras that they're using for this. Like he passed away
Oh
recently,
wow.
but like Christopher Nolan talked about him and the impact he had and all that. I'm like, that's cool. It's like connected to gaming kind of in some way, sort
Yeah.
of. But yeah, very cool. I'm excited. I just hear amazing things about it, so excited to check it out.
It's not his best, but it's definitely not his worst. And it's just epic. It's just like
Yeah,
an epic movie, which is
yeah,
really cool.
nice,
So,
nice,
but
cool.
yeah. Well, folks, this has been another episode of Fresh Juice. You can find me on Blue Sky at Fresh Buds Pod. I have another podcast called Fresh and Buds. I'll be recording that one tonight at 10:30. Woo.
Ooh.
Um, but we have Jonathan Magnuson on the show. J Mags. He just came off of a really hot run at the Pro Tour playing a rogue deck. So excited to talk to him about brewing and stuff like that. And next week will be the 5-year anniversary episode of
Ooh.
Fresh and Buds, where we will be joined by James White, the creator of Flesh and Blood. And then we're changing up the format of Fresh and Buds. So stay tuned.
Oh,
You can find
really?
us on all social. Oh, yeah, big time.
Yeah. All
Uh,
right. Co-host
you,
James White, permanent co-host.
well, we're getting a co-host. We're getting a co-host one way or another. It's not going to be James White. He would never do that.
Yeah.
But you can find us on all socials at Fresh Juice Pod. Matthew, where can people find you?
Find me at Matty Gorm, GRM. I've got a few survival games in my queue. I got to make some videos on. So hopefully I can get to them at some point. But yeah, and continuing the Pal World playthrough, people have been liking that, so that's been fun making. And also looking into like video editors, thumbnail designers. I made the mistake of tweeting about it, and I got about like 100 people sending like bots sending me messages and stuff. So I think I found a guy that could do some thumbnail stuff, but I just kind of want to try some of it because I'm like, I don't have a lot of time, and I want to see if it does make an impact. So gonna hire at least a thumbnail designer because they're cheaper
Yeah.
to see what it's like.
The
But
A/B testing, man. It's
there you
I
go.
guess something I've heard of. I don't know what it means.
Yeah, you're testing two different ones, see which one gets clicked on more. That's what you
Oh,
do.
really?
Yeah, that's what it
Oh,
is. Yeah,
I
I do it
thought.
with titles a lot because
Mm,
it's easier. You just type it out. But yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
All right.
cool.
Well, folks,
There it is.
get juiced.